The 11 most mysterious archaeological discoveries on the planet that have stumped scientists for decades. The ancient world has always been a treasure trove full of mysteries, constantly stimulating human curiosity. Ancient civilizations, with their stories and the relics they left behind, always contain strange things that we have yet to fully understand. From the mysterious sacred relics of the Jewish people to mass graves with unanswered questions, or the bizarre animal fossils that archaeologists are still trying to decode. These traces are not only evidence of human development, but also mysteries that modern generations continue to seek answers to. Will we ever uncover clues to decode ancient stories and explore the cultures that have long disappeared but still leave traces behind? Let's begin our journey of seeking and uncovering these secrets in today's video. The mystery of the stone jars of the dead. Specifically, archaeologists from the Australian National University, ANU, recently discovered 15 new sites containing hundreds of massive stone jars holding traces of an ancient civilization. These megalithic structures, over 1,000 years old, continue to raise many unanswered questions. The Plain of Jars, located on the Xiangkuang Plateau, is an archaeological treasure scattered across thousands of square kilometers, with numerous giant stone jars, some as tall as 10 feet, lying dormant, awaiting decryption. Local legends tell of these stone jars being wine vessels of a giant people, while other theories suggest they were once coffins used in burial rituals. However, archaeologists have their own theory, that these are tombs for the deceased, part of an ancient civilization whose origins we still don't fully understand. The latest discovery by Australian scientists shows that these stone jars are not only widely dispersed, but could also provide important clues about the history and culture of the region. Additionally, one of the newly discovered sites is deep within a remote forest on a mountain, where there are 137 stone jars. Nicholas Skopal, a researcher at ANU, shared that this area is so isolated that only tiger hunters dare venture there. He hopes that this discovery will shed light on much about this ancient culture, particularly how the people of that time buried their dead. The fact that these stone jars were carved from stone and transported over many miles to their current locations remains a major question, leading archaeologists to continue their search for answers. The mystery of the Plain of Jars in Laos not only challenges archaeologists, but also sparks the curiosity of all the history enthusiasts. Although an official answer has yet to be found, these new discoveries might be the key to unlocking a new chapter in the journey of understanding a forgotten civilization. 4,000-year-old ancient wall. Located in the heart of the Viru Valley in the La Libertad region, about 300 miles north of Peru's capital, Lima, archaeologists have discovered an ancient wall dating back over 4,000 years. This discovery has immediately opened new doors to the history and ancient culture of the region, shedding light on religious rituals from a long-gone era. The ancient wall, thought to be part of a temple, is estimated to stand about 10 feet tall and is decorated with red and yellow triangular patterns, creating a mesmerizing sight. According to archaeologist Ferran Castillo, the head of the research project in the La Libertad coastal area, this wall was accidentally discovered by a group of farmers during harvest in 2020. This find led to an expanded excavation and the precise dating of the structure. These discoveries further illuminate many aspects of ancient Peruvian cultures, which were once centers for important religious rituals. It is known that northern Peru, especially the coastal region, was home to complexes used for ancient rituals dating back more than 5,000 years. This is one of the most significant archaeological areas in Peru, where monumental structures and relics reflecting the development of civilization in this region can be found. While Machu Picchu, one of the most famous landmarks, is located in the Cusco region and was the center of the Inca Empire, ancient walls like these in La Libertad offer valuable insights into pre-Inca cultures, revealing an unknown chapter of history. This discovery shows that Peru is not only the homeland of the ruins of the mighty Inca Empire, but also preserves many mysteries about ancient civilizations, with enigmatic structures and rich historical heritage. Mysterious mummies beneath the Arctic ice. Experts have unearthed the remains of a mummy of an adult and a child, wrapped in thick fabric, animal fur, and tree bark, and preserved in permanent ice for centuries in the Arctic. Additionally, the adult mummy was encased in a copper shell. Experts believe the copper shell indicates a civilization that knew how to craft copper. They wrapped the mummy in copper to preserve it and protect it from bacterial infiltration. On the other hand, the cold Siberian weather provided ideal conditions for preserving the mummies. The adult mummy is nearly 5.6 feet long, and experts have confirmed it is an adult that was fully grown. The small mummy is believed to be that of a child about 6 months old. The two mummies were discovered at an archaeological site in Salikard, the Arctic capital of Russia. Salikard sits on the Yamal Peninsula, along the shores of the Kara Sea in the far northern ocean. The average temperature there is -20 degrees Fahrenheit. Experts will analyze the mummies in a laboratory, where they will examine the genetics, conduct forensic analysis, and study their history to learn more about the civilization that preserved the bodies. Researchers are not yet certain of the age of the mummies, but the excavation site is part of the Zeleny Yar historical site, which dates back to around the 13th century during the medieval period. These are not the first mummies discovered at the Zeleny Yar archaeological site. In fact, these two mummies are part of nearly 100 mummies found at Zeleny Yar, first unearthed 20 years ago. The Zeleny Yar site includes 3 historical structures: a copper smelting workshop from the 16th to 17th centuries, a burial site from the 18th to 19th centuries, and a cemetery from the 13th century. Additionally, archaeologists have found a 10th century copper bowl originating from Persia, located 3,700 miles from modern-day Iran. The reason this Persian artifact was brought to Siberia is still unknown. Researchers have yet to establish a connection between the Persian civilization and the Siberian civilization, and so they continue to hope that one day they will uncover the link between these two ancient cultures. Jewish relic. In 2015, a strange event occurred at a cemetery in Jerusalem when a maintenance worker accidentally discovered a mysterious object shaped like a pestle and made of metal. This object astonished scientists when it was revealed that it was coated with a layer of 24-karat gold. Its mystery was so intriguing that the Israel Antiquities Authority became involved, but despite thorough investigations, experts were unable to determine its age or purpose. After a long period of research with no results, the authorities decided to seek help from the online community. Soon after, a photo of the object was posted on Facebook, attracting thousands of predictions and theories about its possible use. Among these, a man named Micah Barak offered a compelling explanation. He suggested that the object was an Isis beamer, a device originating from ancient Egyptian culture named after the goddess Isis. According to him, this was a tool used by nature-worshipping religious followers to absorb energy from the surrounding environment and heal. However, this is just his personal theory, and the true purpose of the object remains unknown. Even after many decades, scientists are still stumped. Devil's Arrow. In Yorkshire, England, 3 massive standing stones have remained upright for thousands of years, creating a mysterious and strange sight that attracts history enthusiasts. These stones, dating back about 3,200 years from the Neolithic or Bronze Age, are known as the tallest standing burial stones in England. Locals call them by various names, but the most common is Devil's Arrow. A 17th century legend tells that a resident of the village of Aldborough accidentally angered the devil, who, in his fury, uprooted the giant stones and used them as enormous arrows to attack the village. Fortunately, an angel intervened, causing the arrows to veer off course and fall into the surrounding areas. The 3 stones, which stand at heights of approximately 22 feet, 22 feet, and 18 feet, still stand proudly today, although they have been threatened by the passage of time. The local church views them as a gateway to Satan, while the villagers believe they are part of an ancient ritual tied to prehistoric ceremonies. In 1709, the Yorkshire authorities conducted an excavation of these stones and discovered that they were reinforced with stones, gravel, and compacted clay, showing that they had been carefully carved and smoothed before being buried and reinforced with gravel. However, despite being studied for centuries, British archaeologists have still not been able to unravel the origin or purpose of these stones. The rare ruins of the Roman Temple. Sarsina is a dull rural town with only 3,000 residents, located amidst the pristine Apennine Mountains in the Emilia-Romagna region of Italy. It is surrounded by breathtaking scenery and grazing flocks of sheep. Although this place once had a glorious past, serving as a strategic defensive outpost of the Roman Empire and being the birthplace of the famous playwright Plautus, today there is not much to do other than go for long walks and bird watching. While both locals and tourists agree that the rustic lifestyle and slow pace are part of Sarsina's charm, the town's residents are still eagerly awaiting the construction of a new development that includes a supermarket, fitness center, and playground. However, things did not go according to plan. In December 2022, workers on the outskirts of the town unearthed the remains of an ancient Roman temple dating back to the 1st century BC. In early July of the following year, the first glimpse of the underground treasure emerged, a majestic structure made of horizontal sandstone blocks and marble slabs covering an area of 6,200 square feet. Researchers have identified it as an altar, with columns and walls of an ancient temple built above it. According to Peruglia, the discovery of the main temple in such an important Roman city, which was a commercial hub and a center for religious and social interactions, further emphasizes Sarsina's strategic role in the Roman Empire. The town was built in a significant mountainous area near the Tuscan border, overlooking the Savio River, an important waterway connecting central and northern Roman cities. This discovery has given archaeologists the opportunity to uncover unique remains and artifacts that may lie beneath the ground in Sarsina, as well as helping them to delve deeper into the demographics and urban transformation of ancient times. Darwin's strange creatures. During his adventurous journey around the world in search of evidence for the theory of evolution, Charles Darwin not only collected important specimens, but also discovered strange fossils that sparked great curiosity in the scientific community. Two of the most notable fossils he found were Macrauchenia and Toxodon, creatures with shapes and structures that could not be easily explained. Macrauchenia was an animal with a body similar to a camel without a hump, but with a short, small trunk like an elephant's. Toxodon, on the other hand, had a body resembling a rhinoceros, a head like a hippopotamus, and teeth similar to those of rodents, a bizarre combination that led Darwin to exclaim, "Toxodon is one of the strangest animals I have ever discovered." Although the fossils of these creatures had puzzled scientists for decades, studying them was challenging, especially given that the hot, humid climate of South America had caused the fossils to decay heavily. However, since DNA could not be analyzed, scientists decided to study collagen chains, a protein that helps form bones and can last longer than DNA. They collected collagen samples from various animals, both living and extinct, to compare them with Toxodon and Macrauchenia. The results of this study were truly surprising. These strange animals belong to the group of South American hoofed mammals, living about 60 million years ago and disappearing only around 12,000 years ago. This discovery opened a new perspective on our understanding of the evolutionary process as well as the diversity of species throughout Earth's history. These findings not only confirmed the importance of fossil research, but also further supported Darwin's theory of evolution, proving that life on this planet continually changes and evolves in remarkable ways that we cannot yet fully explain. Unique ancient stone statues in Petra. Petra, located in what is now Jordan and Israel, was once the heart of the Middle East, a political, commercial, and cultural hub. The city was initially established as a trade center for the native Nabateans. However, its population and significance quickly grew, attracting people from all over to open shops. As a result, the Nabateans accumulated great wealth. As the city flourished, neighboring nations became envious and began planning its conquest. In 106 AD, the Romans breached the city walls and took control of Petra. The Romans continued to rule Petra for 250 years until an earthquake devastated most of the city. From that point onward, Petra fell into decline. The city never regained its former glory, becoming a forgotten and barren land. In the 19th century, after learning of Petra's existence, archaeologists embarked on a journey to witness firsthand how advanced this civilization once was. During their search, they discovered several stone statues with significant meanings. These statues revealed that the Nabateans worshipped three gods: Alat, the daughter of Allah, Al-Uzza, the mighty one, and Manat, the goddess of fate. Dr. Glenn Corbett from the American Center for Eastern Studies in Jordan stated, The Nabateans who lived in Petra seemed particularly devoted to the goddess Al-Uzza, known as the Mightiest One. At the center of Petra lies the Temple of the Winged Lions, where archaeologists found one of these idols. They said, "An idol with unique eyes was discovered here, intricately carved, representing the goddess Al-Uzza." The setting of the temple suggests that it was the site of mysterious rituals with a cult dedicated to Al-Uzza. These rituals would include incense burning and chanting. Female priests played an important role in these ceremonies. The prominence of Al-Uzza indicates that women in Nabatean society held significant roles. It is certain that they enjoyed more rights and freedoms compared to women in Europe or Rome. 17,000-year-old kangaroo drawing. An archaeological study published in Nature Human Behavior on February 22 reveals what is believed to be the oldest cave painting in Australia. According to experts from the University of Melbourne, they discovered the ancient cave painting in the Kimberley region of Western Australia. The research team stated that the painting depicts a 6.5-foot-long kangaroo, including its genitalia, inside a cave located on the land of the Unghango people. Using radiocarbon dating, the team confirmed that the painting dates back to about 17,100 to 17,500 years, most likely around 17,300 years ago. Dr. Damien Finch, the lead author of the study, noted that this is the oldest intact cave painting ever discovered in Australia. However, this painting is not the oldest cave art in the world, with the record going to a 45,000-year-old wild boar painting found in Indonesia. Researchers had previously examined the stylistic features of the kangaroo painting and the surrounding drawings, as well as the sequence in which they were painted. From this, they were able to identify the earliest artistic style known as the Naturalism period, which began around 28,000 BC. During this time, animals were often depicted in their life-size proportions. For scientists, this discovery is significant because through these initial studies, they can gain some understanding of the world in which ancient artists lived. While we can never truly know what was in the minds of those artists, when they painted this piece more than 600 generations ago, we do know that the Naturalism period extends back to the last ice age. Moreover, this new discovery provides insights into ancient life, such as the cooler and drier climate of the time. Notably, Dr. Sven Oosman from the School of Social Sciences at the University of Western Australia even suggested that this cave painting could provide deeper knowledge about the history of indigenous culture. He noted similarities with the world's oldest cave painting found on an island in Indonesia, which suggests a cultural connection and raises the hypothesis that rock art may have existed in Australia long before the evidence humans have discovered. The next step for researchers is to determine the exact start and end dates of each artistic period, based on the differences in style seen in the cave paintings of Kimberley. While this remains a challenging task, they hope to unravel the mystery and have answers soon. The enormous mysterious vault inside the Great Pyramid. Scientists have recently discovered an additional chamber about the size of a passenger airplane inside the Great Pyramid of Khufu, the largest and oldest pyramid in the Giza Pyramid complex in Egypt. This ancient pyramid, which has stood for over 4,500 years, continues to be a mystery. This vault is the fourth chamber inside the Great Pyramid of Khufu, alongside the King and Queen's burial chambers and the Grand Gallery, which is also the first major structure discovered inside the pyramid since the 19th century. The exact shape and size of this new vault are unclear, and its purpose remains a mystery. However, the vault is estimated to be at least 100 feet long and is located above the Grand Gallery, a 164-foot-long, 30-foot-high sloped corridor that connects the burial chamber of Pharaoh Khufu in the heart of the pyramid to a tunnel that leads outside. To date, 138 pyramids have been discovered in Egypt. All of them were built along the Nile River, the longest river in the world, which spans over 3,700 miles. The Great Pyramid of Khufu, standing 455 feet tall and 755 feet wide, is believed to be the tomb of Pharaoh Khufu and is the last remaining wonder of the ancient world. The pyramid is also known as Cheops. Despite thousands of years passing and significant advancements in science and technology, the pyramid remains a mystery to humanity. As you can see, from ancient structures and strange fossils to mass graves, All of these contain unanswered questions. Despite being studied for decades, these mysteries continue to stimulate human curiosity, fueling the desire to explore the unknown aspects of humanity's mysterious past. These mysterious archaeological discoveries not only leave scientists puzzled, but also challenge our current understanding of human history. What about you? What are your thoughts on today's video topic? Let me know in the comments below. For now, goodbye and see you next time.